Happy New Year, everyone. It's Crazy Comic Lady, and I'm back with my month in review for the month of December. I had to think about it for a second. It's been pretty manic, so I haven't managed to get done as much as I would have liked, but, you know, 'tis the season. So I have 2 finishes to share with you and 2 works in progress that I will be taking with me into the new year. So this is my first finish. This is called Queen of the Snow Fairies by the artist Erica the Goober. It is a 42 by 60 centimetre round drill kit from Diamond Art Club. And I was kind of thinking, you know, it's the season, you've got to do something kind of festive, and Snow Queen, I thought it would be kind of seasonally appropriate. But even though I love the colour palette, I'm a huge fan of pinks, this kit didn't bring me any joy. It felt like a slog from start to finish and took way longer than it should have done for a kit this size. I think it took 9 days. And I don't know why. It was very strange that I felt no enjoyment with this kit at all. This is weird to me. You see how it's got, I see where they've done it on the wing, because they've got a cutout out here and a cutout down there. But this one line, it kind of distracts, I think. Maybe if that had been a different colour. That kind of still annoys me, this tiny, tiny little section right there. The one thing I did enjoy about this kit, it wasn't all doom and gloom. I did love the fact that this kit has the new fairy dust diamonds in it, which is these little diamonds with this beautiful kind of glitter coating. So I'm going to kind of zoom you in to see if I can capture it for you. And we'll move them over. So here, they've got this little glitter coating on them. And I think there's some in her necklace as well, if I hold that up. They're not really showing up very well, but they're these little, oh no, that's an AB, with little fairy dust around the side of it. It's hard to kind of get the sparkle on that. But it's got like a glitter covering to it, which is, it's lovely. It's different to ABs, and it's a lot easier to place as well with your multi-placer and everything, because ABs tend to pull the wax out of your pen. But anyway, so I did love that. I love the fairy dust. Sorry, zoom you back out. I did love the fairy dust, which was dotted everywhere. I did manage to spill my entire tray of fairy dust onto the floor, but I did salvage them all and picked out all the dog hair and reused them anyway. I can't waste the precious fairy dust, but I do plan to use the leftovers in another kit that I've got at some point. So I'm definitely not touching her in an inappropriate place. So yeah, this was my first finish. Didn't enjoy it, found it a complete slog. Did enjoy the fairy dust though. And the final picture is quite nice. I'm trying to see if we can get some sparkle on it. So interestingly, I mentioned on one of the Facebook groups that I just wasn't enjoying this kit. And another person actually reached out and said she didn't enjoy working on this particular kit either. So at least it wasn't just me that didn't enjoy it quite as much. But she also pointed out that maybe it's this obligation that everyone feels to work on seasonal kits that is possibly what spoiled the enjoyment of it. So I went, okay, I was planning to do Snow Deer next, but I'm going to scrub that idea and I'm going to go something completely different, nothing to do with snow, nothing to do with winter, just fun and sweet and something I really felt motivated to want to do, as opposed to this one, which again, the image is lovely. This little bit still annoys me. And the sparkle's great and the fairy dust is great, but the experience of working on it wasn't great. So moving on to finish number 2, which I did really enjoy, which is Fox Bliss. This is from my first canvas from Diamond Dots. So I spent a whole year kind of wanting this kit for quite a while, and I thought, oh, but I know I don't like partial kits, which got dog hair stuck in it. There we go. De-dog hair it. So I held off, and eventually I was like, you know what, I want to try Diamond Dots. I'm really glad I did, because it was really fun, really enjoyable. I could take my time with it. It's only a, I think it's, 42 by 50 centimetre partial drill kit. And I actually really like this canvas material. It's not kind of the soft kind of fluff that Diamond Art Club has on the back, but it's still a really nice, sturdy, more smooth kind of canvas. It's really hard to explain how this feels different to other kind of canvases, but I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed placing on it. The symbols were brilliantly clear. I did get tripped up on them though, and I can't remember what it was, but it's you had colours, and if you're working on just the colour of the background, say on the legend, zoom in on the legend, right, these wouldn't always be the same colour on the canvas, because what they've tried to do is, because you can see part of the, you know, the canvas between round drills, what they've tried to do is merge the colours so that it looks seamless underneath the drills. But it did like trip me up, because I was looking for, oh, I'm looking for a, you know, an orange tick, and then go, hold on, there's over here, there's a brown tick. Because they've gone with the colour of the seamless transition of the colour under the diamond, rather than continuing with the colour that the little symbol has. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but when you work on a kit yourself, you'll probably spot this, because I know someone else had mentioned it on one of their videos before, and I was like, that makes no sense. What on earth are they talking about? More floof. But when you do it for yourself, you'll kind of get what I mean. So, first diamond dots, loved it. I bought it from a website called Sopro Crafts, which seems to have like the cheapest out there in the UK for diamond dots at the moment, cheaper than like eBay and Amazon. So that's where I got this one from. Really glad I did. The diamonds on it are actually really sparkly, but they're not showing up with quite the level of sparkle that it is when you get like proper sunlight hitting it. But I was really happy about it. I did have an awful trouble trying to get it to lay flat, and it is still curling up because of this kind of stiffer canvas material. But part of that might be because I didn't feel confident rolling it backwards, because the previous partial kit I did, which was from Diamond Art Club, it came with a crease in the canvas in like the non-drilled part, and it drove me crazy. And I was so worried that if I roll this one backwards, will it end up getting creased by accident? And I know that I'm very OCD, kind of obsessive, can't have creases in it, otherwise it spoils my enjoyment. So instead I just stuck it to a picture frame that I've got, and I used that as a board to kind of hold it flat as I worked on it. I'm sure it'll probably just end up going in a portfolio. I did have kind of ideas. I've seen people getting these like metallic duct tape that people have been using to create borders around their pictures. So I was trying to look into getting some of that, because maybe this one is worth displaying because it's so cute. So the image is actually licensed, I believe, through Shutterstock. Yeah, it says down at the bottom. Produced under license from shutterstock.com. So yeah, that's mostly what I have to say about this one. It was such a breath of enjoyment after that last that last one that I wasn't enjoying. I think because it was a partial, it worked up really nicely as well. And because I was struggling with my back at the time, I had this like on my bed so I could work on it and not feel like I was destroying myself in the process of working on it. It was just relaxing and enjoyable. Diamond dots do have a different kind of numbering system for their drills, which it wasn't too bad. I looked up the conversion and converted it. There was only one AB in this kit, which was all around here. It's got ABs in the face of the foxes. If it'll show up, probably won't with my lighting setup, but one little white AB that they had in that. So definitely an enjoyable experience from diamond dots. So I will definitely be ordering more diamond dots if there's something that kind of speaks to me. I know I've got one kit as well that I bought with this one that I'm really looking forward to doing. So anyway, I love this one. This one was brilliant, no complaints. Really enjoyed it. So the next kit I have to show you is one of my works in progress, and it's not the third kit I started, it's the fourth one, because I'm going to circle back to number 3 right at the end. So this is my next kit that I have to show you. It's called Baby Hair, and it is by the artist, if I can remember, I want to say Vicky Davison. Yes, Vicky Davison, so at the bottom. So this one is still a work in progress because it's still got the plastic cover on it. I've done the whole top part. So that was nice and enjoyable because there's quite good amounts of colour blocking sort of over here. And it didn't feel tedious. It wasn't, there's confetti, but it wasn't too much confetti. Which is, confetti is when you have a lot of colour changes in a small area, so you're having to switch colours an awful lot. But if we come down here, which is now, I'm kind of saving the hair till last. This isn't the usual way I work on my canvases, but this one has been travelling with me. So it's been coming up to my partner's house, and I keep rolling it up and put it in the box, and yeah, so I haven't bothered sectioning it like I usually do with canvases. But down here, this is where the confetti really goes insane. So I'm going to zoom you in on it. So this bit is becoming quite a slog down here. Let's move the cover out there so you can get a better look on the drills on it. So yeah, this one I believe was a 40, is it 40? Yeah, 45 by 45 round. You can, oh, sorry, also from Diamond Art Studio UK. It would probably be useful to mention that. They have quickly become one of my favourite companies, and I love it. Even though this is like insane amount of confetti and I'm not a confetti person, it's still really enjoyable. I think probably because of the size as well, it's still working out relatively quickly. But this bit, oh boy, there's a lot of colour changes down here. So I'm thinking of, if I just finish this strip down here, this one had 2 ABs in it as well, and they're both in these little flowers. So I'm thinking I'll finish the strip and then I'll go back up over here, because this is huge amounts of colour blocking, and I think I need a break after this section, and then I'll work down and across and then save the face till last, is what I'm thinking. But so interestingly with this one, when I worked on my last kit from Diamond Art Studio UK, I wrote down in my journal, and I said it in the month in review, that the glue felt spongy and just felt really great to work on. And I was thinking to myself, there's got to be a better word than spongy to describe the glue. But no, I started working on this one and I went, yes, spongy. Spongy is the perfect word for what this glue feels like. It's like almost like you're pressing your drill into a very tiny memory foam glue mattress. It's just spongy. It's the only word I can use to describe it, and it just brings me joy because there's just something so pleasurable about the kit and the glue. I don't know what it is. There's just something. It's in my book. This is my second kit from the studio, this company, Diamond Art Studio, and I feel like it's a smaller company than say Diamond Art Club, but I feel like their quality has actually surpassed Diamond Art Club, because this is only my second kit from them. And I'm loving it. I just want to work on their stuff every single month now, because there's just something about the glue. It's spongy. It's just so satisfying and squish. Anyway, I'll probably watch this back and go, yeah, you sound stupid. But there you go. This is how I feel. Spongy, beautiful. Just, even though it's confetti heavy around this bit, it's just lovely seeing it come to life, because I'm a huge fan of these sort of wildlife watercolour, semi-realism looking artwork, and I feel this is more what I'm drawn to than say the cartoony types in diamond paintings. So definitely going to be buying more from this company in the new year for sure, within my budget. And that's the great thing, because they're in the UK, if you're in the UK as well, free shipping, which, yeah, all of these American companies that I've bought the majority of my paintings from, it's all, you know, spend 60 or 70 quid to get free shipping. So you end up spending more than you probably needed to, just so that you don't have to pay for shipping. At least that's how my brain works. Why pay for shipping if you could just buy more kits? Whereas this one, I can just buy them one at a time, not have to rush my decision on what I want to get the one I want, and just get them one at a time. And I'm looking forward to my purchases in the upcoming year, because there's going to be a lot more Diamond Art Studio UK kits included, because I wish I could think of like better words to describe my enjoyment of these kits. I mean, definitely my favourite to work on so far this month. It's going to be really fun to see it kind of completed. I did slip up a little bit with two of the symbols on this. I'm trying to remember which they were. Not because of the symbol like number or name, but because it was 2 shades that were really close to each other. I think it was the 8, if I can even see it on the legend. So the 8's up here, which doesn't help you at all really. And then another colour. But the 2 colours were so close in shade that oh no, I'm going to pull out the colours for you. So I've actually pulled out the colours to see if we can get them. So we've got the 8 and we've got this thing. In the camera, they're looking more different. When I had really bad lighting that I was working on, I was starting to put these down, And then I put them right next to one of these that was already on the canvas, and I went, these two colours with bad lighting look identical. Have I made a mistake? And at that point, I just poured it all back in the bags and went, I will do this in better light just in case I am messing it up somehow. But yeah, when you get them in, they're just such a very similar shade to each other. I'm sure it wouldn't matter if I did mix them up a little bit because of the amount of confetti in it, but that was just one of those things where, yeah, I'm going to save these colours till I've got better light just so I make sure I'm not making a mistake with any of them. So that was the one thing on that, those two colours looking very similar. Yeah, otherwise we shall see how this works up. I'm really enjoying to get to my next Diamond Art Studio UK kit as well. I think I know what I want to do in February and January if I get through my current whips and everything. So yes, Baby Hair by the artist Vicky Davison from Diamond Art Studio UK in round. You can also get this one in square. The drill field is slightly smaller on the square version. This one is a 45 by 45. I know I've probably said it. I know I'm repeating myself, but love this kit. Also, the great thing about this kit is it came with like an upgraded sticker sheet. So these are all my drills for it, but you can see it's a whole strip all the way across. Their old sticker sheets were incredibly fiddly. So this is an old sticker sheet from my Great Horned Owl kit that I did from them. And if you can see, it's like each of these like little symbols are individually, so they're so fiddly to pull these out to stick on your bag, which is why I didn't bother using them last time in my last kit. I just drew the symbol on the bag. But these sticker sheets are so much better, and you get this. You can have a look at my logbook. Ta-da! I haven't written down where I started it yet. And then I always photocopy my list so that if I ever want to go back and work out what colours were, they're all in the logbook. I do that with all of them. This one didn't come with a sticker sheet for the Diamond Dots one, so it's just got Doodle. And I wrote down all the colour codes down there. So there you go, there's a sneak peek of kind of what my logbook sometimes looks like. I don't know. There, that's my last one, my Horned Owl that I loved, which I wrote Spongy. Did I write Spongy? Yes, glue was spongy. And I will be writing the same thing for this current kit. Spongy. Right, so my final whip for December that I'll be taking into the new year is from the one with the diamond art. But I don't want to actually show the artwork itself. I just want to talk about the kit. So I'm just going to pull that out. So my final whip from the one with the diamond art. This is as far as I've got. I still haven't done all of this section yet. There's a lot of confetti, guys. This one is hard going, really hard going, which is why I stopped at about here and then started on that other one. I'm sort of alternating when the mood hits me, but this is a 50 by 50 square drill kit. I don't want to talk about the artwork specifically itself because I've been getting a lot of questions about this particular type of artwork, and I really want to be in the kind of the right mental headspace to be able to properly answer people's questions to the best of my ability without kind of causing upset. So once this is finished, I will dive into more depth about the artwork and the particular style of artwork and how to spot this kind of style of artwork. If you've watched my previous Martin reviews, you probably might get what I'm talking about. So anyway, talking about the kit as itself, from the one with the diamond art, I got it in square drills. This is my first attempt at a square drill from the one with the diamond art. I have to say, I think their square drills are actually better than their round ones, I think. Definitely the ABs were. They were perfectly shaped. I haven't had much in the way of... All this background here is AB. Very shiny and sparkly. Haven't had any problems with the ABs. I've had a few with these other colours, which have been, you know, holes in them or tabs, but it's not too bad. It's okay. The thing that's been getting me with this is the sheer amount of confetti that burnt me out after just that section. And that was the easy section that didn't even have all that much confetti in it. But it's quite hard going, this one. What I'm also finding as well, which is also what's making it hard going, is the one with the diamond art. Their glue is very hit and miss. I mean, they're lovely. The people who own the shop, they're really nice people. I've spoken to them, Kathy, and I've forgotten the name of the other lady who runs it, but they're lovely people to actually talk to. But their glue is very hit and miss. So this is I think this is my 4th kit from them, and this one, the glue in more of the center of the canvas is fine. Around the edges, not so fine. So you go to put in, you know, straighten up the line or put in an extra drill, and then suddenly you'll get like 5 of them have all popped off the canvas just because you've tried to straighten it. So I also couldn't use putty on it because the putty was just it just wasn't working with the putty. So I think I had to go back to the red wax for this one and alternate between red wax, blue wax, whatever it can. But it's this glue is the issue on this kit. So I've had issues with other ones where sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. It's very 50-50 whether or not you're going to get a good glue kit or an iffy glue kit. So before I'd even started buying from the one with the diamond art, I knew there was glue related issues with some of their canvases. So I'm not bothering to complain or anything because I knew what I was getting myself in for when I originally purchased these in the first place. I knew there could be glue issues, and I decided, you know, I'll do it anyway. It's okay, I can work around it, even though it's frustrating when you get like 5 drills pop off at once. But once they're down, it feels pretty solid. The next thing about this kit that is, sorry, you can see the tone in my voice has changed because this one is yeah. It's giving me flashbacks to when I was working on my Moon kits. Moon shop is no longer existing. They went bankrupt, but this kit has a lot of the same symbol clarity issues. So if I'm going to zoom you in and show you a little bit what I mean, it does actually show up clearer on the camera than it is in person. But we're zooming in. If I go up here, right, can you work out what that is? That's as zoomed in as I can get you. That is a tiny little kind of slash symbol, which you can barely see. The stuff is better through the camera, but also we've got, they're not too bad at this kind of angle, but again, it's to do with the light as well. If you're doing this late at night and you've got overhead light, the glue tends to reflect the light back, so you can't really make these out unless you've got daylight going on. On the camera, they're not looking as bad, apart from there's that slash again that I mentioned that you can barely see. Let's go over here. I know there's some issues with these 4s. They look a bit like blobs. And then you've got 8s, which through the camera, the 8s don't look so bad, but from a distance, and if you haven't got natural daylight, needless to say, that and the amount of confetti in it is proving a bit tedious. But I wanted to use this kit as an example of how to answer everyone's questions when people have been asking me in comments about this type of artwork. So next month, hopefully, if I get it finished, I will do a much more in-depth review on all of it. So this is where we're standing with this one. It's not really bringing me joy, so it's not going to be an urgent priority. I'm much more into my hair. Bring back the hair. Yeah, I love my hair. So he's probably my favourite for the month, my favourite whip, and then Fox Bliss from Diamond Dots is my favourite finish. And then with Diamond Art Club following up the rear. So I think it was good advice, that lady on Facebook who told me, don't feel obligated to work on seasonal kits just because you feel you should. And I'm glad I listened to that advice, and then I did the diamond dots, and then I did the hair, and then, yeah, my one with the diamond art, which, to be fair, when I started that one with the diamond art one, I enjoyed the colour blocking part with the ABs. That was for all this colour blocking, that was enjoyable. Stormed through the first bit and then went, oh, this is slowing down now. But there you go, lots more confetti to come. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Sorry that I rambled on for so long. I really hope you have a good new year and everything. I am sorry that I am very behind on there's a bit of dirt in my canvas that I'm like kind of pick off. I'm really sorry that I'm behind on comments and everything. I just haven't been able to kind of sit down and calmly type out replies. So I haven't forgotten you, I promise. I really appreciate every comment that you guys leave me. I am very thankful for you guys and your support and everything. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.